And what do I mean by homogeneous system? This would mean like x1 plus 3x2 plus 2x3 equals 0. Homogeneous means all your equations are equal to 0. And these are very important for structures of linear transformations when we find what's called the kernel or null space, a set of vectors that map to 0. Okay? So this is equivalent to these two equations, right? It's also equivalent to okay? So when we say this represents a homogeneous system, we want to think, well, these are the coefficients. There's a variable for every column, and the expressions we get the expression we get for every row is going to give us something that's equal to 0. Alternatively, just that matrix times the column vector is a 0 vector. And this is really the way you'll think about it. Okay? Well, okay, that reduces. But when that reduces, you get at least one free variable, right? So the reduced matrix always produces a free variable if n is greater than m. Number of columns greater than the number of rows, right? So, for example, you could get x1, 1, 0, 0, 1, and then you're going to get a couple of asterisks, right? Okay? So x3 is a free variable, and solution is a line in three-dimensional space. Okay? Just like it was before. You're going to get x1 equals whatever this is, negative of whatever this is, times x3. And if x3 is t, okay? Make sense? Everybody understand? So it's going to look something like okay. X1 is going to be a multiple of t, which will be the coefficient will be the negative of whatever this thing is, right? And this is going to be a line through the origin. How do I know the line goes through the origin? Well, what do you get if t equals 0? X1 is just going to be a multiple of t. It's because you got zeros over here, right? So this really stands for x1 plus something times x3, which is x1 plus something times t, equals 0. Which means that x1 is going to be just a straight multiple of t, no constant. So if t is 0, x1 is 0, right? Well, same thing is going to be true for x2, because you have a 0 over on this side, right? So that x2 is going to be 0. And of course, if t is 0, x3 is equal to t, so it's 0. So the the line contains 0.000. So I'll just make the statement that x1 equals x2 equals x3 if t equals 0. Make sense?